What's up, folks? I'm Chris here for VGNow, and Wednesday of E3, man, blew me away. There are some awesome games, and a lot of them that were on the IGN live stream. So let's get to it. IGN showed off today Entwined, Big Fest, FIFA 15, Shadow of Mordor, Battlecry, Super Smash Bros., Mortal Kombat X, Assassin's Creed Unity, Alien Isolation, Madden 15, Project Spark, Borderlands, the pre-sequel, The Crew, Far Cry 4, Rainbow Six Siege, and Lara Croft and the Temple of... Oh my gosh, what is that? Temple of Oris, I think. I don't know. I can't read my own handwriting. That's the problem with that one. But anyhow, that Lara Croft game, it's kind of like the Guardian game, and I can't remember that title off the top of my head as well. But anyhow, kind of with these videos. Oh crap! See, I have a touch screen on my computer, folks, and I just touched it accidentally. We're still recording. Cool deal. So anyhow, I like in the first video yesterday, I'll kind of go through the games that I thought were interesting throughout IGN's show today. And I'll start off with the first one, Entwined. It's a PS4 game as of right now. They're wanting to go to Vita later this year, PS3, iOS, and Android. So, very interesting, but it's available on PS4 right now. That was kind of in the middle of Sony's conference, and I was like, whoa, they just revealed this game. It's available now. It's really cool. And so anyhow, basically, it's kind of got that control scheme of Brothers where you control like two little dragons, and I mean, you hit the things on screen, and anyhow, it builds up this meter, and then eventually the two will, combine and, form into this big dragon at the end of the level. Very cool. It's one of those games. It's $10 right now. This console is going to be dry for a while as far as content, so I might go ahead and pick it up, or I might wait in a little bit. Wait for it to potentially, drop in price or something. Maybe plus. Who knows? Next game on the list is Big Fest. And I really didn't know anything about this game, but apparently it's been in the works for a while. It's a free-to-play game that's coming to Vita later this year. And basically, you build up like a rock or a pop or some sort of music concert, and you have, or music festival, I should say, because you'll have all these different bands, and you'll get to decide which songs they're gonna sing, and really, really cool. And the multiplayer aspect is you can go into somebody else's concert and kind of, wreck it, and that's really cool. Yeah, I didn't really know anything about this game. Very excited to build up, your concert series and stuff like that. I thought it was really cool. Another thing, it's kind of like these indie artists, so they don't really, they're not really well known yet, and it's really cool that this game, could potentially make them money, get their songs out so people can hear them. I think that's really cool. I wish Greg would have asked what there was a Music Unlimited option while they were picking songs to be in their concert. There was a Music Unlimited option kind of at the bottom of the screen, and I wonder what that would have done. So there'll probably be something special there for Music Unlimited subscribers. But yeah, very cool game. Comes out to Vita later this year. No specific date. Next, Super Smash Bros. For the 3DS and Wii U. I'm not a big Smash Bros. Fan, but I can tell you right now, the game looks awesome. If there was a time for me to start playing, it would be now, because the motion, the animations look so fluid, you know, it's badass. When you watch hardcore Smash Brothers people play that game, it's just so awesome. And who knows, maybe Chris will have to get a Wii U. One of the interesting things about the 3DS version is people said that it could potentially be easier to play with the 2DS because in the 3DS, you know, your triggers on the end you're kind of having to scrunch in, whereas the 2DS, it's kind of laid out like a normal controller would be with the trigger placement. So very interesting indeed. The 3DS version comes out October 3rd, and the Wii U version comes out holiday 2014. Again, no mention of Mii's in the 3DS version, and I just wonder if that'll be a thing or not. I don't know. They didn't show it in the conference, what little gameplay they had, and who knows. And then the Wii U one comes out holiday 2014. I don't know if I said that. Next up, Alien Isolation, October 7th for PS4, Xbox One, 360, PS3, PC, the whole slate, basically. This game is awesome, and it's amazing this is a Sega game because they've hit it with this one. The environment is, you know, so dark, and oh gosh, the station that you're on, it's one of those games where you can watch on screen and you can just feel the tension. A very cool video is when IGN got to test it out months ago. And they probably had like 10 editors go in and play this game, and it freaked them out. And it freaked me out too, to be quite honest with you. Yeah. I don't know if I have the balls to play that game, but if I do, I will definitely get it on October 7th. Madden 15 is next, and I know what you're saying. Why are we talking about Madden? But I really think this game might be good. And the thing is, I want this game to be good. That's probably most of it. The past Madden games, they just look janky to play. The animations aren't smooth, and I know there's a lot going on in a sports game. Don't get me wrong, but you know, the visuals haven't really struck me. But this game really, I think, might change that. It comes out August 26th to every platform you can think of, except PC. I don't think they'll have a PC version. What I really like is if you watch the NFL on CBS, I mean, the presentation is nailed down to a T. It's exactly, the score ticker is exactly the same except the stupid EA Sports logo on the left. Very cool. When they started playing this demo, we got a shot at Phil Simms and Jim Nantz, the announcers for Madden 15, and they're also the CBS announcers. They couldn't be modeled better. Those character models look like shit. But other than that, I don't have a problem with the game. And again, this year, the big focus is defense. I think that's really cool because just like the guy that was there showing off this demo said, there hasn't been anything like that since 2005. And how fitting that they do this defense feature this year when Richard Sherman is going to be on the cover. Back in 2005, Ray Lewis, if you recall, was on the Madden cover. So very interesting. And now we get into the slew of Ubisoft games. I went ahead and skipped AC Unity because I just don't find that game very interesting. When you have a game that comes out every year, I'm going to overlook it. Just saying. The Crew comes out November 11th, Xbox One, PS4, PC. I really wish people could figure out cross-platform multiplayer, because this is a perfect example. Because Ubisoft, you're probably going to be out at least 2 copies, because I guarantee you, me and Tyler would get this game. Thing is, I don't have an Xbox One, and he don't have a PS4. It can't be that hard, can it? I don't know. I really wish that was a thing, and the more and more we see these multiplayer games, the more and more it's needed, you know? Someone will eventually figure it out, but for the meantime, we're not going to get games like this. So, it's really sad because that game looks really, really freaking awesome. You know, I was just thinking while I was watching the gameplay today, oh my gosh, I could guarantee you, me and Tyler would, you know, from one coast to the other, we just drive, you know, and probably try to wreck each other and stuff like that. The game is awesome. And the fact that that probably won't happen because neither of us have the same console, it's shame. Real shame. Far Cry 4 is next on the list. It comes out for PS4 or PS3, Xbox One, Xbox 360, PC. That comes out sometime in November. I like that elephant action. That's all I'm going to say. There's a part in the demo, and I think it was the same demo they showed off at the Ubisoft press conference, but you're riding an elephant. The elephant's being a badass and blowing up Jeeps. It's just unbelievable. I don't know what else to say. Go check it out. Really cool. Everybody loved Far Cry 3, and I wonder if this will be an annual property for Ubisoft. It would really only make sense if this game scores well and sells well. I think you're going to see it. Thoughts on Far Cry 3? I saw a friend of mine play it. It looked repetitive, but I don't know. I guess invading camps, I guess you can mix it up gameplay-wise enough each time that, you know, it makes it remotely fun and not repetitive, but that's the way it looked to me. But anyhow, I'll reserve judgment. This new villain looks really badass. I like it. Rainbow Six Siege, coming out in 2015, and I'm guessing that's going to be, you know, PS4, Xbox One, PC, but don't quote me on it. I'm not for sure. They didn't say. I don't think they know. That'd be my guess, though. The game is interesting because it's multiplayer, but it's not Call of Duty where you just run and gun. It's actually tactical multiplayer. And what they showed the same demo they did in the press conference. It just looks incredible. You know, hey, I need to blow this wall open so I can blow the floor open in this room. It's just incredible. It's awesome. And the fact that you can, you know, choose your entry point and all that stuff. All that stuff is so fascinating. One of the things about Grand Theft Auto before it released is the fact that I kind of thought you would have a lot of options for these heists, and I thought that was so cool because I get to choose, you know, what the tactics are going to be. And then when the game finally shipped, well, it honestly was pretty watered down as far as the options you had. But yeah, the game looks really cool. I'm not really big into multiplayer, and I know that's really their focus, but definitely a cool game. I probably won't get it, to be honest with you, but from what I saw, I'm impressed with the destruction, you know. Cool stuff. And folks, that's all I have for this video. Check in tomorrow here on YouTube, and we will probably have a Thursday wrap-up of what IGN had, and then also me and Tyler will definitely have the big show on tomorrow. It takes a while for it to get uploaded, and by the time it's, you know, done finishing rendering through premiere, and then by the time it finally uploads on YouTube, it'll probably be Friday morning, to be quite honest with you. But we got a lot to talk about, so definitely don't miss the big show tomorrow. And it's kind of slim pickings for tomorrow's IGN live show, so I don't know if I'll try to integrate that in with the big show or have that as a separate video. I haven't decided. But regardless, keep it here at VGNow.